Hello everyone, my name is Devin and this is my YouTube channel and I told you so! It appears that in the past several days there have been articles coming about detailing several patents Nintendo has filed. And what these patents detail is using an NFC chip that is implemented into these trading cards and then allow these cards to be scanned in and read by devices like the 3DS or the Nintendo Switch. I will link the articles that I'm discussing in this video down in the description below if you guys want to go check that out, and it will also have the details on those different patents that have been filed by Nintendo as well. And what makes these patents interesting is that they are referring to a trading card game specifically, because there are already cards out there that contain little amiibo chips and have functionality that they can be scanned in, such as these Animal Crossing cards. They can be scanned into the 3DS games, I believe, using their little chips inside of them. And what I find kind of funny about this whole situation, and why I really wanted to discuss this particularly in a video, is I made a video not 2 weeks ago discussing the possibilities of either using a QR code or implementing an amiibo chip into cards to create kind of a throwback to the E-series of the Pokemon cards. But basically, if you don't know what the E-series cards are, they're little cards that have little scan codes on the bottoms and sometimes sides of the cards that allowed you to, in conjunction with the e-readers and Game Boy Advance, scan and slide these cards in, and it would unlock the Pokédex entries and even, for some of the cards, different mini games. And so obviously with this technology, the Nintendo Switch to me makes the most sense to have some sort of either app or game implemented into the system where you would scan the cards in, hold them up to the system, it scans them in since it has that NFC reading ability, and then you would have either like a Pokédex that you could look at the Pokemon through, similar to the E-series, or maybe even unlocking mini games. Who knows, they could even implement this into the next generation of Pokemon games that are going to be on the Nintendo Switch. I think that would be awesome if they could tie that all in. They could tie the card game in with the games, or they could do something with the Pokédex. Any of that stuff would be very awesome, and I think it would bring new people into the trading card game as well, who are interested in these different features. So here's a little image of the tiny NFC chips that are contained inside the Animal Crossing cards. As you can see, they're very small, and that was one of the most common complaints I had with my theory about the Pokemon cards, is they would be too large to fit inside the Pokemon card format, but I don't think that would be an issue based on how small these chips actually are. Now, could these patents be referring to some other trading card game other than Pokemon? Yes, that is a possibility, but when I think of trading card games from Nintendo, I think of Pokemon. There's none other that really come to mind for me, so that would be the most obvious assumption, is that this would be something that would be implemented into their most famous and largest trading card system. And I mean, there's always another possibility here that they wouldn't be actually making Pokemon cards. They would just be making these Pokemon collectible things that aren't the actual Pokemon card game, and that's a possibility, but I don't think that would make a lot of sense because it would probably cannibalize sales from different series, so I don't think it would make sense for them to make another trading card system based on Pokemon with the one they already have. The other concern that I see that a lot of people might have if they were to go ahead and implement something like an NFC chip or amiibo chip, or whatever you want to call it, into these Pokemon cards, is that the price would skyrocket, would go up, the cost of packs would increase. But what I say to that is, if we look at like the Animal Crossing amiibo cards, because those are probably the closest comparison we have to something if they were to do it to Pokemon cards, is a pack of 6 of these Animal Crossing amiibo cards at the retailers is $2, and a pack of Pokemon cards without any sort of NFC amiibo chips is $4. If you look at the Pokemon and then Animal Crossing cards that have those chips in them like that, the cost per card for consumers is essentially the same between those two franchises. That doesn't mean that in this scenario, if they were to add these NFC chips into the Pokemon cards, that they would not increase the price of the cards, but I don't think that that is necessarily the case. It wouldn't make them like $20 per pack or something, or $15 per pack. I don't think that is the case, since they're able to sell these Animal Crossing amiibo cards, 6 cards for $2. If something like this were to occur and something like this product would be released, it wouldn't happen for quite a while because we have many more sets coming to the English side of Pokemon cards here down the line that are not going to have any sort of NFC chip or amiibo capabilities, and we already know that because the Japanese versions of those sets are being released without that. So that's just how it works with the Pokemon cards. There's these Japanese sets that get released, and then English sets kind of throw them all together and release later. But in my opinion, I would love to see some sort of functionality with the Nintendo Switch or some other device, something where you could scan these cards and have little mini games, do something like that. I think that would be so fun. I think that would be great. Maybe even implementing it with the new generation of Pokemon games that are going to be coming out alongside the Nintendo Switch. If you could have some little mini games in there or allow them to scan in different items or anything like that, that would be really cool just to add different functionality, get more people interested in collecting the cards. I think it would be great overall. Like I said in that previous video about 2 weeks ago, they could even implement some sort of retro throwback kind of set to the E-Series cards and allow you to scan in those cards like these E-Series. Maybe even do some of those old artworks and stuff. I don't know, but it would be really fun to see what they could think up with this kind of technology. All right, everyone, just wanted to discuss this today. Thought it was a really cool idea, and obviously with some more information coming in that something like this could actually happen, I thought it would be fun to talk about. Now, I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think this would be a good idea for the Pokemon trading card game? Would you be interested in having cards that you would be able to scan into your Nintendo Switch or game system or whatever? Do you think it would be a bad idea? Do you think the prices of the cards would go up? I want to know everything you guys are thinking down in the comment section below. Hopefully, for me, this is something that comes to happen, but I want to know what you guys think. Is it something you're interested in and something that you guys would like too? All right, everyone, that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this little video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I might do future news videos if anything relevant comes up. So, yeah, see you later.